Welcome everybody, welcome to class. I'm glad to see you today. Everybody calls me Miss Jennifer and you can too. We're going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to call it, what in the world is my teacher talking about? Okay, so you are going to learn French today. That's what we speak in ballet. So we're going to talk about a lot of ballet words. A lot of what I am going to teach you today comes out of this dictionary of ballet technical terms, and this one has been well used and loved. As you can see, it stays in my dance bag. It's been there for about 25 years. And it's a catalog of all the steps. No other dance form has a catalog of steps like this that has lasted. So that's what has given ballet its longevity and its consistency worldwide and over hundreds of years. So let's talk a little bit about French. I'm going to give you a couple of working words that you are going to be able to use if you went to France, you know, somewhere that speaks French. You'll know if you ask directions. Which way is right? Which way is left? Well, I made a makeshift board up here, so we're going to put our words right here. À droite is right. So, there's that one. À gauche is left. So we have right and left. Now we know those already. Then you can learn open and closed. And we use those in ballet a lot. Open is ouvert, and that's O-U-V-E-R-T, open. And then fermé is closed. So if the store, the cafe in France is closed, it is fermé. All right? So far we've got a couple directional words. Now, usually when you're starting to learn a language, you learn the numbers. So let's go ahead and do that. Number 1 is un. 2 is deux. So let's put those up here. Un, deux, trois, quatre. Now this one looks like quart. That's how you can remember 4 quarts in a gallon. Then we have cinq. This is 5. That's a Q on the end. Six, sept. That's 7. Huit, neuf, dix. So we went all the way to 10. But in class, what I should call out instead of 5, 6, 7, 8 is cinq, six, sept, huit. You guys would not know what I'm saying, but maybe we'll get to that point. That would be fun to do. So now you know all your numbers. Everybody repeat them after me so it practices your mouth saying these. You'll get them in your memory quicker if you use all your senses. Let's say un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq, six, sept, huit, neuf, dix. You got all the way to 10. Good job. All right. Now you know your directions, right and left. If we're going right, we're going à droite. If we're going left, we're going à gauche. If the store is open, if the cafe is open, it is ouvert. If we're in ballet and we land in an ouvert position, 4th position and 2nd position are our positions that are ouvert, and the closed positions are fermé, 1st position, because our feet are touching. They're closed together. And we also have 5th position, that's a closed position, and right in between is 3rd. Those positions are fermé, closed. All right, I'm going to draw a line right here. We're going to get to some steps. The first one that most ballet classes, if you're at the bar, start with plie. So let's look how to spell it. P-L-I-E with this accent. That tells us the sound that the E makes is an A sound. A lot of French words are going to have that. These are all mostly verbs because they're action words. And I'm going to do each step that we say. So plie, you know, the meaning is to bend. And our knees in ballet always go over our toes. So even if I'm first position parallel, my knees go over my toes. That is plie, to bend. Now, usually the next thing we're going to do to warm up in ballet class is tendu. Now, tendu is kind of a shortcut for the real whole name. It's really battement tendu. And battement, in my little book, there are 8 pages of different battements in this book. So there's a lot of different ways we can do that. And what the battement means, I'll write that one down. M-E-N-T in French equals I-N-G, like a suffix. In English is I-N-G, French is M-E-N-T. So the meaning of battement is beating. So when we do battement tendu, tendu, the word itself means to stretch, we are doing a type of petit battement. And tendu, of course, looks like this. And you are locking your knee. You never bend your knee. We can go any direction. And we are stretching. We're doing a beat away from our other leg that stretches the top of our foot. So this is a beating stretch, battement tendu. All right, next we're going to learn releve. Releve, you know I have to put the accent up there because it has the A sound on the end. Releve means to rise. So we will go up, lifting our heels as high as we can. We can do that in any position. Next word, rond de jambe. It's not just one word, is it? It's 3 words. So when I write it down, I'm going to do it over here where I've got a little bit of room. It's going to be kind of long. I need to separate these into columns. Rond de jambe is a shape. You try to figure out the shape. Then a little word that means of. And then it's a body part. And I'm going to show you what it looks like first, and then you're going to guess what those words mean. All right, rond de jambe is this step that we do to warm up our hip. Okay, this one, and we can go in the other direction with the other leg. So, if you are thinking about my toe being a marker, what shape did I just draw on the floor after using both legs? Circle. Yeah, you got it. So the rond part of rond de jambe means circle. The de is of, and then jambe, what was the body part that we circled? Yeah, your leg. So rond de jambe, 3 words, means circle of your leg, right here. Very good. All right, the next one is développer. It just means to develop. So it looks almost, when I spell it on the board, it's going to look almost like our English word, develop. We're just going to put an extra P and then the E with the accent, so we have that A sound at the end. Développer, and I did that one for you. You retire to passe, that means draw up. To passe, that means past position, and then it develops out. It extends as far as it can go. Okay? Next one, we do those at the bar a lot. Next one I'm going to talk about is frappe. Yeah, you hear this one at the coffee shop. What in the world Why would it be at the coffee shop? Frappe means to strike. I don't know what they're doing at the coffee shop. If they're like hitting the coffee grinds, I don't know. Maybe to crush them? I don't know. Frappe is starting in the air, then you strike the floor on your way to another position in the air. This is also a battement frappe. So it's a beating motion with a strike against the floor. So you can remember, frappe means to strike. That's one of the things at the bar that you can make noise when you're doing it. Everything else has to be quiet. All right? Next one, passe. I just gave you a hint to that one. And look, it looks like what I said it means. If you put a D on the end, that's the English word that it means, passed. So it is a position where your foot is drawn up in it past your knee position. Okay? That's passe. We do that one a lot. All right, let's talk about chasse. Now, until I put the accent on, what does this look like in English? Chase. That's exactly what it means. So, chasse is a chasing step. I'm going to turn the camera around carefully. And we're going to do chasse. Oh, my broom was back there. One foot chases the other. So when we're doing chasse, one goes out in front, that one chases it every time. Chasse, chasse, chasse. One foot remains chasing the whole time. So if I do it with the other foot, slide out, chase, slide, chase, slide, chase, slide, chase, slide. Now, a lot of times when we do these in class, we alternate feet. Well, that's a chasse step. When you do your gallops, we practice these even starting at a very young age. We go right foot step, left foot step. This is a chasse step, chasse step, chasse step, chasse step to alternate feet. Good. All right. So now you know why we call it chasse. One foot is chasing the other foot. All right. Moving on to glissade. It looks like that. Glissade means to glide. Yeah. It looks like that, doesn't it? If you take this middle part out, there's glide. You can remember that. Everybody say glissade. Good. All right, I'm going to show you glissade. And it should look like you're gliding across the floor. So I'm going to get back here. And it's a kick out close. Glide, 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 glide. Brush close, brush close, brush close. And this can be done ferme or ouvert. Did you see that? So remember what ouvert means? Open, like an open door, open cafe, ouvert. Ferme is closed. So if I land glissade ouvert, I land in an open position like fourth. And if I want to do glissade ferme, I can land in fifth. And you can do lots of different things after those glissades. It's a good preparation for other big steps. All right, speaking of big steps and varied steps, let's talk about jeté. Everyone say jeté. That's what it looks like. We've got our accent over the E. Jeté means to jump. So it's going to be one foot to the other foot. And in my dictionary, the technical manual and dictionary of classical ballet, there are 7 pages of jetés, different ways to do it. Yeah. So, jeté that we teach to our youngest classes is a brush out, like a dégagé, and then a land on one foot. Brush, land, brush, land. I'm going from one foot to the other foot, one foot to the other foot. Good. And then jeté, grand jeté, everybody knows, is jumping from one foot to the other foot. I could prepare for it with a chasse and then leap. That's your grand jeté, big in the air. And there's many different ways to do that one. All right, back to our board. Couple more words. Échappé, we do this with our youngest dancers too. The 3s and 4s love to do échappé. All right, let me show you what it looks like. I'm gonna start here. And we can do it even from first to second. Our feet land apart, together. Échappé, échappé, échappé. Good, and this looks like the English word, kind of, that it means. It means to escape. So you can see how your feet are escaping from one another when they come apart and land, and then they're back together. Then they escape, and they come back together. So that's how I remember échappé. Very good. All right, let me do another one. Fondue. You might know this one from cooking also. Fondue looks like that. And it is, you can guess it. You can totally guess it. When you go to a fondue restaurant, what do? Okay, you got your strawberries, and you're dipping them in what kind of chocolate? Melted. Yeah, fondue means to melt. So when we do it, you are to, you bend both legs, one is lifted, and then you extend them straight. So they have to bend at the same time, extend at the same time. You're melting and extending. Melt and extend, melt and extend, melt and extend. You can do these any direction. Yeah, fondue. That's fondue, to melt. So you can remember that one from cooking. Another one you can remember from cooking is saute. It looks just like that. So in your recipes, when you see saute the meat in oil for until it's browned on the outside, right? Or saute the vegetables in oil until they're a little bit soft and translucent, okay? Saute means, I'm gonna look it up right here just to make sure, it means to hop, but I don't want to tell you wrong. So, yeah. It says jump in here. So, but when I teach it, I teach a hop is a saute, and you can do it in all positions. This is a saute coupe because my foot is in coupe. I can do a saute passe. I can do a saute arabesque with the other leg in all kinds of different positions. And think of it like your food when you're sauteing is kind of hopping up off the pan. Jump, jump, jump. So it's getting hot, and that heat is making it hop. All right? Let's do one more. And it does not have a direct English translation. That's why I saved it for last. Arabesque. I just mentioned it. This word comes from it's a position of the body in ballet, with your leg back behind, one leg back behind you, and your arms can be in different positions. According to French and Russian schools, there's different positions for your arms and positions of your body relating to the audience that we learn all through. There's first, second, third arabesque, all kinds of different ones. But this word does not translate directly to English. It comes from a type of Moorish ornament that was this shape. that our body is making when we do arabesque. So I thought that was a really interesting tidbit. And you guys can go back through here, memorize these words. You'll know better. What in the world is my teacher saying now? All right. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a great day, and share with friends so they'll know what their teacher is saying in ballet class also. Ballet French is important and can be used in lots of different ways that will help you remember things like 4 quarts is a gallon. Here's the number for 4 in French. And that ing relates to ment, so you can get lots of, you can know lots of other things. You can decode more things just by knowing some ballet French. Thank you.